What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Jaginoff 904 at Bold City Duval. We in the fucking building, back again with another video. And real quick before I really get started with what I'm going to talk about. I know I put on Twitter last week that I was going to do a whole series for the off-season blueprint for the Jaguars. I am getting to it. A couple things kind of happened where I couldn't start what I wanted to. I plan on starting it probably next week. The whole John DeFillipo thing kind of threw everything off. So Jussie, it's coming because I need to speak on all that shit. But just be on the lookout for it for those of you that saw Twitter. But anyway, let me get into what I really want to talk about today. So I think it's only been two days, not even a week, since John DeFillipo left the Jaguars as their offensive coordinator, and he has already signed on as the Bears quarterback coach. Chicago Bears got him as their quarterback coach. So now that begs the question, is Nick Foles going to go with him? Now the whole DeFillipo leaving is kind of starting to make sense now, because I thought one of the reasons that they, mutually parted ways is because of the whole disagreement with Nick Foles. As most of you know, Nick Foles was a Tom Coughlin move. Tom Coughlin's gone. He brought in John DeFillipo because of the familiarity with working with Foles, and Taylor made the offense last year for Nick Foles. And obviously Nick Foles didn't work out for us. So now DeFillipo's gone. He's going to Chicago. And even early in the season, and I even said this too, I know the Bears are planning on starting Mitch Trubisky next year, even though I think their patience is kind of running thin with him. And last year, during while Minshew was playing, I can't remember whether it was Chris Carter or Shannon Sharp, but one of them said that a good landing spot for Foles would be Chicago. I happen to agree. Take that motherfucker, please. But now Nick Foles' contract, I get, might seem immovable, but not really. Just because Trubisky's under a rookie contract, and the only time that the Jaguars would have a problem getting rid of him would have been this year or last year, because I think what's he owed, $35 million more guaranteed. Now, if he were to go to the Bears, it's still $20 million on what he's set to make, if he stayed on the Jaguars this year. Now, I still think we're probably going to have to eat some of that contract, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities for the Bears to get Foles as a backup plan if Trubisky don't work out this year. So, I'd still count on us having to eat some of that contract, but I think it's a realistic possibility that Foles is headed to Chicago. Really, a dream scenario would be, trading him to the Redskins for Trent Williams, or somehow working a deal like that to get Trent Williams, since, both of those players are kind of making big salaries, and, they'd be more and Foles would be more useful to the Redskins, and Williams would be more useful here in Jacksonville. So, but either way, just hopefully if we can get out of this Foles thing, that would be great. And like I've said before, I fault the amount of money we gave him, but I don't fault the move of getting him. We basically outbid ourselves on that shit. But I don't fault the move of getting Foles, even though that was a Tom Coughlin decision. Because really, you look back on it, who were we gonna get? Because we didn't know Gardner Minshew was gonna be what he is. But it also can. But I think it's really pretty much, this is all pretty much saying that, Minshew's who they want to go with and see what he can do this year, and they're trying to move on from Foles because, of course, Foles was a Tom Coughlin decision, And also it came out that Doug Marrone didn't want to go back to Nick Foles when they did. That was Tom Coughlin telling them to do that shit because, you know, they liked what Minshew was doing. Which makes sense, which is why, you know, Coughlin and DeFillipo are both gone. And we're searching for a new offensive coordinator that's gonna tailor-make the offense for Minshew and the running game, all that shit. So it all makes sense. One more quick thing I want to touch on before I get out of here. Giants fans. And let me before I go any further, let me say this. I'm not talking about anyone specific. This isn't a Fisk Vegas thing. I said what I had to say on that, so all his little fanboys that watch my videos and ones that are, especially the one that sent me the death threat, this ain't even about him. I said what I had to say on that whole subject. You know, I'm not even, and I don't even think he's even said anything about this. So, you know, this ain't about 50 Cent. Relax. I'm not talking about him. I'm done with that whole thing. And really no vid makers in particular, because I don't think I've heard any of them touch on this matter. It's mainly what I've seen on Twitter. Like, I haven't seen Cop Hizzle, Bad Dog, Meet the Mets, Terabelli, or anybody like that talk about this. So, let me say this. Giants fans, stop thinking y'all are shoo-ins to fucking land Yannick Ngakoue. Like, I know they're going, like, a lot of them are going ape shit because on Yannick Ngakoue's Instagram, he put up a picture of Lawrence Taylor. But listen, bro, I've followed Yannick Ngakoue on social media for basically since even back to when he was at Maryland. He's the type of guy that appreciates the greats that came before him. He posts fucking pictures of not only Lawrence Taylor, but Derek Thomas, Reggie White, Deacon Jones, and I think, who's the other one? I think Michael Strahan was even on there one time. He does that shit. It's not saying that he's definitely going to come to the Giants. So, stop thinking y'all are shoo-ins that you landed him, because that doesn't mean shit, I promise you. And look, I know y'all are still upset, but look, just because you chose to pass on Josh Allen don't mean you're going to get the ultimate revenge on the Jags by, you know, stealing Ngakoue from us. And honestly, that whole situation, I think they're going to end up franchise tagging him. Whether he comes back or not, or gets a long-term deal done, or they trade him because he don't show up, or any of that bullshit, that's all up in the air. But I think ultimately what's going to happen is they're going to franchise tag him. So I know it's plenty of people that want him. I mean, fucking 5668 and Bersinio really want him to come to the Seahawks. They keep fucking with me about that. But you know, I hope Jan stays, because, you know, he's still my favorite player, and I just hope something works out with that whole situation. Not saying he can't go to the Giants. I'm not saying it's definitely not going to happen. But I'm just telling you, don't blow your loads on yourself just to get disappointed if it doesn't happen. Like, trust me, I know how this dude operates, and all he's doing is paying homages to greats that came before him. He's not saying he's going to put pen to paper on the New York Giants yet. Really, he doesn't have that option unless we decline the franchise tag, which would be fucking stupid if we did. But, and you know, Dave Caldwell said Jan's the top priority in the offseason, so, we're going to see. But, that's all I got. Let me know what y'all think. And, I'll see y'all on the next video. Y'all have a great fucking day. This is your boy Jaginoff, and I'm out. Peace. Go Jags. Duval till I die. And I'm out.